Hello everyone, welcome. I'm glad you've joined me today. This week I'm going to focus on the Forever Blossom stamp set. I think this stamp set is an often overlooked stamp set because you see it and it's like, what can you do with it? Well, this week I'm going to show you 3 ways to use this stamp and you get an entirely different look with it. If you like my ideas, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. I send out an idea every week, so make sure you click the link below and sign up. So let's see what we're going to make today. Here it is. Now, I would never have thought of doing this as it's called triple time stamping, but I just did it one time. But to have it come down versus the other way. So let's get started. First thing you need is a piece, your card base, and I'm using white. I'm going to fold it. Then I have a piece of white that I'm going to put in here, and I'm going to put it closer to the bottom, but to hold it in place, I'm going to use some repositionable tape, and I'm going to stick it down. All right. I have my stamp already mounted. I'm going to use some Memento black ink. And the reason I'm using the Memento is I'm going to use the blends to color it. All right. So I'm going to start up here like so. And I'm going to stamp it like that. I'm not worried too much about that. I usually hit that side better, but it's going to have the white piece on it, so I will be okay with it. All right, so I'm going to leave this on here like so, and I'm going to do my coloring. Now I'm going to use the light Mossy Meadow, but if you have alcohol markers, just use the green that you like. And I'm going to do all of the stems and the leaves. And I'm not doing anything fancy with the coloring. Sometimes less is more. All right, now I'm going to make sure I do the bottom of these buds because they do have some green on them. All right, now let's see, I've got to do this. This one is tricky. You can't, there's a lot of little tiny pieces to the stems. Woohoo, got them all. All right, now I have to go back and I want to fill in these leaves. All right. All right, I got one leaf left and it's here. All right. There we go. And then I'm going to use my light Rich Razzleberry, which is a purple. So just find the purple that you have and color it in. And I'm not gonna do some, okay, just in case my panel doesn't cover all of that, at least if there's ink there, no one will really pay any attention that there's no black, so to speak. So I'm just filling the whole thing in. All right, then I'm going to go up and I'm going to do each leaf the same way. And then I will add some dark to the center of this, just because I think it'll look a little better. It won't look so flat. So I'm just doing one petal at a time. I'm do the outside and then I go back and do the inside. All right, I'll do these 2 little buds while I'm up here. And I didn't add any shading to the buds, I just left them. All right, my last flower. And then I used And I don't remember the technical name for it. I don't know if it's pistil or stamen that are there. And with the dark, I went in and I added some, I just kind of traced the lines a little bit. Okay, and then I took the light and I went back over it and blended it out. I didn't worry about going all the way out to the tip because the tip can be a little lighter for some interest, but just something so that it doesn't, it just kind of blends in better. And once it dries, it looks really cool. And remember, in nature, flowers are not perfect. Okay, so we've got that. All right, now I'm going to take that off. And this, I'm going to put on a piece of the same color that I used for the flowers, the rich razzleberry, and it's 1/4 inch bigger than this. All the measurements are on the blog post that's linked in the information section below. Okay, so I've got that there. And then this is a big panel, so I'm going to put a piece of fun foam on the back to pop it up versus the foam tape, pop dots. Oh, and it went off. Got it on my, okay. And because I want that to grab, I'm going to put a block on top to hold it in place. I'm going to take my handy dandy towel and get rid of this. Excuse me. All right, to make my sentiment, what I did was I stamped it on white with the same color ink, and then I used the classic label punch, and I punched it out once and then reinserted it to make a smaller version. To make this version, I'm going to put it in, and I'm watching the spacing over here. I like that spacing, so I'm going to punch it. All right. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to insert it back inside. All right, I'm going to make sure it's straight, and I'm looking at my spacing because it's got to be even. This and this needs to be even, and I popped it. All right, and that's a little shorter, so I'm just going to take a smidgen off of this side. Okay. Better. Ugh. Well, I know there was a piece that came off. Yeah, there it is, little tiny piece. All right, and this I will use dimensionals on the back so that it can go on my card base. And I've got one here, and I've got one here. So those are ready to go. All right, this piece I'm now going to put on my card base. And I'm putting my glue on, and I found the glue works on this. I didn't have success with tape. All right, so I'm going to put this on here, and I'm watching my flowers and matching it up. And when I get it where I want it, I'm going to put the block on top. Now I'm going to move that out of the way, and once it's dry, I'll add my sentiment and my pearls in the center. And then I also did the inside and the envelope, so don't forget to do those. I hope you liked today's creation. If you give it a try, let me know. I'd love to see what you come up with. Have a great day.